What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, I want to talk about the Bitcoin price on the weekly chart, going through again this scenario, okay, where we do have a big spike in volume on the weekly, indicating a potential local bottom for the next coming weeks. And shout out to Bitcoinsensus because he was one of the first analysts talking about this a long time ago. We're also going to jump in here to the 1 hourly chart because we did actually break down from this higher low ascending channel. As you can see, not too much volume. I'm going to explain why we did get this bounce, okay, because we are at the value area low, and I'm also going to show you here some pretty interesting facts that why we are getting this bounce, okay, from this major level, all explained in this episode. And what is the Bitcoin price going to do from this range, because we are at the highest point of control right now. So are we going to go up or are we going to go down? I think probabilities are higher to the downside, and I'm going to explain in today's episode why. But we've also got this scenario over here. Now, like I showed you, we are in a kind of a descending wedge where we do have these lower lows. We are actually getting supported from this range, and I just want to show you the price action from January, because if you were, trading in January, you probably thought that this level, these lower highs, were going to roll back down and retest the lows, and we actually had a big massive pump, okay, gaining the last lower high. And I want to show you how this is very, very possible in the next coming weeks, okay, where we could gain all the way up here, the $40,000 area, all right, where we do have one of the highest point of controls in the next coming weeks. It does make sense that we are probably going to hit those levels, all right, and get heavily rejected. There's a lot of confluence at that range. If we do go up there, it might be a very good shorting opportunity, guys, and I think a big relief rally is very possible in the summer. I want to explain all of this in today's episode, and we also take a look at the DXY, because the DXY is at a key level. It has been pumping since the summer of 2021, and it has been going parabolic, as you can see, with these higher lows every single time. And now we are at a critical resistance that if we do break it, we'll be breaking the uptrend structure. I'm going to show you what levels we need to break as support, so then this might be good for Bitcoin in the next coming weeks if we see a potential downtrend in the DXY. So make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe daily today on Bitcoin crypto. I also do live stream to connect with the community. I am not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I see. If you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in, guys. If this video gets over 2,000 likes and you comment down below, you are eligible for a free giveaway in Bitcoin. Yes, that is right. So make sure to comment and smash the like button if you want to enter the giveaway. Okay, so let's dive in here. And first of all, shout out to Bitcoinsensus, of course, because he was one of the first analysts talking about this for many, many years now. Actually, he's always, looking at the potential big volume on the weekly on Coinbase and saying that, this has always indicated a local top or a local bottom. And it's absolutely true, because if I just zoom in here, the last few years on Bitcoin, as you can see, I got this yellow horizontal line. I just want to go through this for any new subscribers, anybody that hasn't been paying attention, because this is something that you cannot ignore. Technical analysis is all about probabilities, all about stuff that has happened in the past. And in the past, we can see that this is pretty accurate. Looking at this weekly volume, we can see the spikes, all right, in volume, all right, indicating a local bottom or a local top. As you can see here, this was March of 2020, huge volume, local bottom. We dumped, we pumped after these spikes in volume. As you can see, we do see the May of 2021, big massive dump. It was $30,000. We slightly went below $30,000, but not successfully. It was a local bottom. We actually pumped from that range. What has happened last week is that we did get this big spike in volume. We haven't seen a spike in volume like this since 1 year ago, guys. This is May of last year, indicating a local bottom like in the past, and this is May from this year. We can see this could be potentially a local bottom. Actually, the weekly closing above of last week, above the $30,000. This is why we are potentially not going to break successfully down this $30,000 for the next coming weeks, because we are looking for that weekly bottom like I'm showing you here on the chart, guys. So this is something that we do not need to, ignore, because I would say it has 80% of probabilities looking at what has happened in the past. most of the times. So this, I mean, this, I think it's something that, you know, is undiscussable. You cannot make this up, right? Taking a look at Bitcoin on the 1 hourly chart, we can see, all right, that we didn't manage to break below this low over here from this kind of ascending channel that we did create. As you can see, higher highs, higher lows, breaking down, no volume at all. And you might think to yourself, why did we get this bounce from this level? Well, reason number one is because you can see here we are getting supported from this range, all right, from the 14th of May, already getting a bounce. It is a major level. And you might ask yourself, why? Well, it's pretty simple. It's because of this trading zone over here. It's because of this volume, all right? And if I take the value area, okay, the fixed range from this area, all right, I would go from this candlestick to this one because I just want to know these levels, okay, where is the highest point of control. And you can clearly see it here on the chart. It is this red horizontal line. The biggest point of control here is at the $28,600, and this is the reason why we are getting a bounce from that range. It is the biggest point of control from the volume traded, all right, below $29,000. so this volume trading range, biggest point of control, is the reason why we're getting this bounce. And this breakout from these higher lows, all right, this trend line was with hardly any volume. We're actually getting a slightly higher volume right now inside of this channel. We actually, you know, consolidating above the biggest point of control from this volume traded range. So, you know, there is a possibility that we might get a rally from this level. The ideal scenario for me, of course, and, you know, the probabilities are slightly higher in actually coming down from this range because, you know, we are actually in a big aggressive downtrend. That is the main reason. We are in a very aggressive downtrend, and this is a relief rally. You are looking to get gravitated back down to these low levels created on the 12th of May. But what if we do get a massive bounce from this range? Now, the probabilities, like I said, are slightly higher and actually continuing to the downside here slightly, maybe to hit in $27,000, or even the lows here around the $26,000-$25,000 range. It is very, very possible for that double bottom, which I strongly believe could happen. Remember, for all of those experienced traders, Bybit, my favorite swing trading platform, you can claim up to $4,050 worth of bonus and 0% maker fee for 30 days. No fees paid if you sign up with my link for 30 days. You also can get an airdrop, okay, on the Ethereum USDT perpetual if you do have more than 10 US dollars, and also you've signed up with my link. The information is right over here also in the description if you want to claim this airdrop. PrimeXBT, my favorite day trading platform, up to $7,000. You basically get 7% added to your initial deposit to trade with Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. I have full video tutorials also from these platforms down below in the description. There is also a possibility that you might pump from this range. And the first example and the only example I want to give you is this right over here. This chart over here is, you know, the Bitcoin price on the 4 hourly. And we can see this descending wedge, okay, with the lower lows, as you can see, and also the lower highs, okay? So it is forming a kind of a descending wedge pattern that will go to the end of the apex here at the end of the summer, round about August. Actually, round about August is the end of the apex. We could be breaking down or up well before August, of course. But what I want to show you is that we are getting supported from this trend line, right, from these lower lows. And it is also a major level, like I showed you in other videos. You know, it is the lows from the summer of 2021. We're not successfully breaking down this range. It is one of the strongest levels for Bitcoin, so volatility at this level, but maybe not potentially breaking down successfully, like I showed you also on the weekly. Probabilities in actually not breaking below $25,000 successfully is very, very high. So zooming back in here, what I want to show you is the real reason that we could actually pump from this range. All right, we need to take a look at the bullish case scenario too, because I bet you were very, very bearish at this range here on Bitcoin. This was January of 2021, 1st of February, where you were in a very aggressive downtrend here, as you can see on the chart and you thought that you might going to get this dead cat bounce, okay, you're going to roll back down to retest the lows here from January of 2021, which was around about the $33,000. And if I zoom in, what happened right over here is that you actually had a huge, massive bounce from this range, gaining the highs, massive liquidity grab above this last lower high. People thinking that here you're going to roll over and you catch a huge amount of traders, you know, getting above the last lower high. The amount of stop losses at this range would have been absolutely insane. You know, we're also hitting major fib levels. If you take a look at Fibonacci from this high, you know, to the lows, you're basically hitting that 50%, almost a 618. You're thinking, okay, this is going to roll down. We're going to retest the lows. And look what happened. You actually break down also from the higher lows. You know, very, very similar kind of movement right now. And we also have big volume at a major low level. I think a lot of people are thinking that we're going to go to much lower levels. Very similar. Look at this, guys. We have the higher lows right there, break down, and then whoosh, we go straight to the other side. So the possibilities in this happening also is very, very high, right? Where we do have also this kind of higher low area like this, as you can see on the chart. And it does look like, you know, potentially we are going to see maybe something very, very similar. Okay, I just want to show you the kind of similarities. We've been in a very aggressive downtrend here for the last 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, as you can see. So everybody's expecting that rollback down, that retest of this low. Very, very similar scenario to what happened in January. So this is why we need to be very, very cautious. We are at the end, maybe at a very aggressive downtrend. A lot of people are bearish. A lot of people are calling for sub $30,000 Bitcoins going sub 25. And, you know, this is very, very possible also where you think you're going to roll down, guys. Stay cautious with trading. It's a very, very difficult moment right now. Stay cautious. And I've got a theory right now, okay, because, you know, there is a possibility that Bitcoin might go to lower levels, but my theory here is potentially forming a harmonic, which I will go through in the next few videos. If we do create that higher low and break here the highs, I'm going to show you which harmonic it is. Of course, it is still very, very soon, but the reason why Bitcoin can dump and get a big, massive relief rally in the next coming weeks is also because of the DXY, guys. DXY is such an important chart because it has correlation with Bitcoin, okay? And if DXY pumps, Bitcoin very likely is going to dump. DXY dumps, Bitcoin very likely is going to pump. And it's not instantly, but it does have a correlation in the weeks, okay? So if I zoom out here on the daily, what I want to show you here most importantly is that the DXY broke multi-year trend line from back in 2016. We created this high, and then this lower high back in 2020. We broke this trend line, all right, as you can see, to the upside and successfully got a bounce as support. What is happening right now on the DXY, we got that beautiful bounce, as you can see here, to the exact dollar, to the exact cent, as you can see on the DXY chart. And it's what is happening right now on the DXY is that we are having some bearish divergence, but we're also having some hidden bullish divergence. But let's go with market structure, because we have been, you know, look at this, these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, every single time, you know, big massive trend line getting supported and actually going parabolic. The trend line is going parabolic with the higher lows, as you can see on the chart, okay? And if we do break this trend line, if we break this last higher low, which is at the 102 points levels here, as you can, $102, if we break this low, if we break this uptrend structure, this is going to be absolutely beautiful for Bitcoin. This is when Bitcoin will have that major big relief rally in the coming weeks, only if the DXY also, you know, sees some weakness. Now, the reason why I think the Bitcoin price can dump from this levels, potentially retesting that $26,000 range, okay, plus minus a few $1,000s, all right, that volatility area, potential double bottom. The reason why is because we could retest that range is because what if the DXY right now is going to pump and is going to create a lower high? Of course, this is still speculation, but this is very, very possible. What if we are going to create that lower high and finally break these major support levels, this major uptrend, this major last low, the resistance here from the last few years of the lower highs, You know, it's very, very possible if this does happen, this is going to give Bitcoin a huge relief rally. This is something that we are going to take a look at in the next coming days because it's going to be absolutely insane. It will give confirmation for Bitcoin, all right, to have that big relief rally for the next coming week, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website. The link is down below in the description. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.